Hello dear students. You consider program from any programming language. Your program is made up of statements. Your program is made up of statements, and these statements are divided into two types. Basically, there are two types of statements: executable statements and non-executable statements. Executable statements and non-executable statements. And your executable statements are again having different types of statements like output statement, input statement, control statements, looping statements. Like this, we have different types of statements, and there is no type of non-executable statements. Non-executable statements we write either as /* then our programming statements and */, or if it is single line we write as a // which is considered as non-executable statements. Now this concept comes in a picture like suppose we have the program of 100 lines, the program for 100 lines, okay, and some part of the program, suppose line number 21 to line number 45, time being we don't want to execute, okay, or we don't need this part of the program time being. So if we delete this part, like our new program will become 1 to 20 and 46 to 100. We are totally deleting this part which we have written from 21 to 45. And after few days, again if we want this part, then again we have to rewrite this part. Then if we have not stored this somewhere, if we have not written this on a paper, or if we have not mentioned anywhere, then writing this part, previous part, is very difficult. So instead of deleting this part, what we can do is, when we don't need this part, mention this as a / and */. Then computer will consider only this part 1 to 20 and 46 onwards as actual part of the program. And when you need this, again next time you just remove this. Now next time when you remove this, your computer will consider, your compiler will consider all the program. So the statements which you don't want to execute time being, instead of deleting those statements, we can mention those statements as a non-executable statements. If it is a group of statements, use /*, then your statements and */. All the statements which are present between this, they are considered as non-executable. Or if it is a single line, then you can just give 2 // if it is a single line. Remaining all statements are considered as a executable statements. But nowadays, this is why this executable statements comes in a picture. But nowadays, in each and every program, we have to add non-executable statements just to indicate what is the use of next few statements, maybe 2 statements or maybe three statements. So nowadays, we have to put non-executable statements in our program compulsory. Okay, and executable statements are having different types. You take any programming language, no doubt the technique of mentioning non-executable statement is different in every programming language. But generally, if you consider C++, this is the case. In C programming, we are learning C programming. So in C programming, we can use any one technique. The statements on which computer takes the action is called as the executable statement, and the statement on which computer doesn't take any action is called as a non-executable statement. Now we will check statements one by one. So initially we will start with output statement. Now before starting with output statement, the most important part which we have to remember is C is a very case sensitive language. C program starts with hash include less than sign stdio.h greater than sign. Hash include less than sign stdio.h. This stdio.h, it stands for standard input output header file. Standard input output header file, stdio.h, standard input output header file. We will discuss about this after some time. Then it starts with void main. This indicates starting up our actual program. The meaning of void we will check in function topic. Okay. Main indicates starting of a program, then open curly bracket and close curly bracket, and between open curly bracket and close curly bracket we are going to write our program. Now here I have written this curly bracket by giving some blank space, and below this opening curly bracket I have given close curly bracket. It is not compulsory that we have to give here blank space. We can write it like this also. Void main open curly bracket statements and close curly bracket. Currently we are using only single bracket, but as we go further it may necessary or it is required to give multiple opening brackets and closing brackets in a program. It is required. So in such case, if we write it program like this, and if we miss some curly bracket, now here 3 opening brackets are there. Number of opening brackets and number of closing brackets must be same. Now here we have missed one curly bracket. So when we compile this program, compile means checking the program whether we have written every program, every statement is correctly or we have missed somewhere. If your program is correct, then only we can execute the program. Now what is execution of the program, how to write program, that I am showing in next video. Okay, after 2 videos I will show this. Okay, so here compiler gives here error, compound statement missing curly bracket, and identifying which curly bracket is missing is very difficult. So instead of writing this, okay, I am writing here only. Okay, if we write program like this, void main open bracket close bracket curly bracket, Line means I am giving the statements, programming statement. If we have written like this, and if it gives error, that is missing curly bracket, here also it gives error, here only missing curly bracket, then by looking at this is the starting, this is the closing, this is the starting, this is the closing, we can easily understand that here curly bracket is missing. So we can put here curly bracket to avoid the error. So identifying which curly bracket is missing is very easy if we write a program in indenting fashion. This is called as the indenting fashion. Don't write program like this. This is not a good practice. Okay. So henceforth, whenever you are writing any program and whenever you are taking down on a book, you take it like this only. I always write like this. I never use this technique. In last 30 days of my teaching life, I always used to write it like this. So the first statement, that is the output statement, is our printf statement. Everything is small. It is a case sensitive. So everything we have to write into the small case. Printf is the output statement. The statement which is used to display information on a screen, that is screen is our output device, monitor is our output device. The statement which is used to display, or the statement which helps you to display information on an output device, that statement is called as a output statement. Printf is referred as the output statement. There are different formats available of output statement. The first simple is, suppose using printf statement we want to display on a screen. Printf statement open bracket, close bracket, and give semicolon. Semicolon indicates end of the statement. And then I can write here welcome. Whatever information you want to display on a screen, it must be present within double quotes. So this indicates we want to display welcome on a screen. So we execute this program, it will display welcome on a screen. Now if we add one more statement like printf welcome to Kolhapur, KOP is a short form of Kolhapur, then first statement indicates print welcome. Second statement indicates print to KOP. So it will display welcome to KOP on a single line. Welcome to KOP on a single line. Though these two statements are different, it will print welcome to KOP on a single line. Now, if you want to display welcome on a first line and to KOP on a second line, then we have to change these two statements as rest part is there. I am changing only this inner part. Printf welcome, and then second statement I will change it as, I will add here now /n, small n, to KOP semicolon. Now these two are two statements. First statement indicates print welcome on a screen. So it will print welcome on a screen. When it goes to the next statement, here it finds /n. Whenever /n is found within double quotes in a printf statement, it indicates your computer or it indicates your compiler that go to the next line first column compulsory. So it goes to the next line first column and then it will print to KOP. It won't print /n. Okay, instead of printing /n, it interprets meaning of this /n, what this /n indicates. And /n indicates go to the next line first column. So this /n is called as the escape sequence. It is called as escape sequence because it is not printed on a screen. It is not printed on a screen. It is escaped from a screen. That's why I call it is a escape. And this slash and n, these are two characters, slash and n. These are continuous. We have to give it continuous. So it must be a sequence. We cannot use forward slash n, or we cannot use backslash capital N. This is not allowed, because this is a rule. This is a rule of C programming language, that whenever you want to use backslash n in a printf statement, it must be a backslash and n must be a small n. Now, instead of writing two different statements, we can write it as a single statement also. Welcome slash n to KOP. Now this slash n I am giving in a red just to show you. In computer it won't come into the red. It will come as a normal regular character. Now this indicates printf, that means you want to display something. What you want to display? That you want to display welcome.